ASAP gets you back on track faster. Open 7 days a week with locations in Brookfield and Pewaukee, it's more affordable than the ER. Walk in, get treated, and get back to life. Ortho ASAP. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
4.
You've got to work on that swing, Jack.
Well, I get time now that the business is running efficiently.
Oh, yeah? How'd you make that happen?
SVA. They showed me how to analyze my financial statements to increase revenue and profit margins and control expenses. The value of the business has never been higher. And now I've got more time to work on my golf game.
Nice. Maybe make time for lessons, too.
At SVA Certified Public Accountants, we pride ourselves in providing business owners with measurable results. Visit sva.com/golf to learn more.
Is your home losing its cool? Upgrade to weather-tight windows and keep the elements where you can see them, outside. Our custom windows are precision crafted to save you money on energy bills while making your home more comfortable year-round. WeatherTight also now offers beautiful Pellawood windows for more customization and integration with your style. Throw energy loss out the window. Have our experts find you the perfect fit by visiting weathertightcorp.com.
Covering the Crew all season long on WTMJ, it's Brewers Extra Innings. Now live from American Family Field, here's your host, Dominic Cotroneo.
Okay, little exhale. Feel like you're in it. Feel like you're playing a little bit better baseball. Brewers win 5-2 today. Good, clean day from the pitching staff. Epic play of the year from Jackson Churio. Just enough offense. There are some concerning trends from the offense, but we'll talk about that as well. The Brewers, though, they rode a hot start and got things in the right direction as they enter a very important week of play. I'm Dom Cotroneo. Craig Gashawn will be with us momentarily, but first let's get you caught up to speed with the highlight recap of a win. They won! It's a win! The Brewers scored some runs. We'll tell you about it right now.
Ready for this? This?
One of the catches of the year!
And this?
It is gone!
Time for tonight's highlights.
Brewers Twins finale, and for the third consecutive series, the Brewers trying to avoid getting swept. They lost the series of the Rays, won the finale, lost the series of the Guardians, won the finale, and the trend continuing today against the Twins. And, well, when a team hasn't scored in 2 games, the last thing you want is to strike out the side in the bottom of the first inning on just 11 pitches against the rookie Zebby Matthews. But Freddie Peralta was up for the challenge. He was dealing with traffic in the first couple of innings, but he left 4 men stranded in the first 2 innings. The Brewers offense finally clicked into gear in the second. First 2 batters reached, Yelich and Hoskins. They were bunted over to second and third for Sal Frelick, who battled to an 0-2 count.
0-2. And this is lined into right. Coming in is Larnach. He'll have to let it drop in front of him. Yelich sprinting home. On his way to third is Hoskins. Frelick drives in the run, and the Brewers on the board. They take a 1-0 lead.
Lane Grindle on the call. Surely, though, the Brewers were frustrated. They weren't able to add any more with Durbin and Ortiz being retired to end the second. Then Freddie got a key shutdown inning in the top of the third inning to keep it 1-0 Brewers, and then out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, it was 2 outs and nobody on when the Brewers offense came to play in the third. A walk to Contreras, a walk to Yelich, a 4-pitch walk to Rhys Hoskins, all with 2 outs, so the bases are loaded without a hit. It's up to Isaac Collins to try to keep the inning going and cash in.
First pitch, Collins swings and smashes it into center field for a base hit, scoring Contreras. Yelich to the plate, right behind him. Throw is cut off, and Isaac Collins delivers the big 2-out, 2-run single.
After not getting it done yesterday, he gets the job done tonight. Brewers weren't done in the frame. The very next batter, Sal Frelick, got ahead in the count, 3-1, and he deposits another one for an RBI.
3-1. Frelick hits it on a line towards right center field, and that's in for a base hit. Racing around third is Hoskins. He'll score. Collins goes first to third as the throw comes into the middle. And Sal Frelick has his second RBI single in as many innings.
We'll hear from Sal Frelick later in the program. So the Brewers up 4-0. 4 has been the magic number for the Crew all year. In the fourth, Royce Lewis would hit a solo home run to get the Twins on the board. And then in the seventh inning, they would add another run on an RBI single from Brooks Lee. So all of a sudden, this game is tense, but the Brewers' leverage bullpen is trying to take care of things. Uribe had the sixth. Koenig allowed a run in the seventh. Then it's Nick Mears in the eighth, and he has some history with Royce Lewis. Royce, 2 for 2 with a double and a homer in his career against Mears. But the leadoff man reaching on a double, he's finding himself in another battle with Royce Lewis, and he's bailed out by the kid in center.
Trailing the Brewers in the run category. Here's a fly ball, left center field. Chourio on the run, at the track, at the wall, jumped up. Jackson Chourio brought it back! Oh! Jackson elevated above the wall, and he pulled back a home run from Royce Lewis. Incredible!
Catch of the year candidate, bar none. What a play for Chourio. So they hang on to a 4-2 lead. Let's get some insurance, huh? A sacrifice fly in the bottom of the eighth inning from Rhys Hoskins, all without the benefit of the hit. Made it 5-2 and then end the game in style with Trevor McGill in the ninth.
Here's the 1-2. Curveball, this time he went around. McGill strikes out Jeffers, and the Brewers have stopped the Twins streak at a baker's dozen. The Brewers win it 5-2 this afternoon.
5-2 winners, and get ready to continue the homestand tomorrow against the O's. We'll break it all down coming up next. Craig Kashan is with us on 620 WTMJ.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
ESPN Wisconsin's Brian Balaga here for my new friends at Surfside. There's only one thing better than Surfside and golf, and that's Surfside iced teas and lemonade plus vodka on the golf course. This golf season, there's no better drink to enjoy on the golf course. Surfside is light, refreshing, and made with real vodka and real brewed tea. Plus, there's only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right, no carbonation. Cheers to hitting the fairway, and cheers to Surfside. It's tea time. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Outdoor Living Unlimited. Outdoor Living Unlimited is Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech decking installer. We install anything decks and more. Stop by Outdoor Living Unlimited showroom and visit OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Your nose is for breathing. Your mouth is for eating. And if you're breathing through your mouth, it's not because your body wants to. It's because it has to, because your nose isn't working properly. And although you've lived like this, it's no way to live, and it's having a significant impact on your life. I know you know this, and I know that taking action isn't always convenient. But at Advent, we've done all we can to make changing your life for the better as easy as possible. I'm Dr. Madan Kandula. With tens of thousands of our patients, a thorough nose and throat evaluation, along with a simple 20-minute in-office procedure called balloon sinuplasty, has opened their nasal passages, allowing them to breathe freely through their nose for good. And there's a good chance this procedure can do the same for you. We'll help you breathe through your nose again, and it will change your life.
Go to AdventNose.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better. Most insurance accepted.
Be our eyes on the road. See something out there that I should know about?
Hey, Debbie. Southbound 794. There was just an accident. Right now, it looks like at least one lane is closed.
Call me, Debbie Lazaga, on the WTMJ traffic tip line, 414-238-9329.
Highway 45 southbound. A tire came off of a car.
The drive affects you. Why not be part of it?
Northbound 41 at Burleigh. 3-vehicle accident just happened in front of me.
Give me a call, 414-238-9329.
This is Brewers Extra Innings.
It's a winner, 5-2 over the Twins. I'm Dom Cotroneo. Thanks for joining us on Brewers Extra Innings. Brought to you by Fifth Third Bank. Looking for a banking partner that truly understands your business needs? Look no further than Fifth Third Bank. With a local team right here in Milwaukee, they know how to hit it out of the park every time. For 15 years, they've been serving our community with industry-specific expertise and local decision-making. It all helps your business thrive. Experience the unique commercial banking value that only Fifth Third can deliver. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC. 855-616-1620. Again, 855-616-1620. 621-620 is deciding unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. We'll get to some of the phones in just a moment, but first I want to welcome in Craig Kishon. And Craig, it's nice to be talking about some runs and a win with you, and it was just enough for the Crew, but quite frankly, this is a game that we've seen this formula work so many times for the Crew. You do the little things well. You don't let the other team get away with mistakes that they made, like walking the bases loaded with 2 outs. I think, if this was a week ago, that's not an opportunity for the Brewers to score a run, or even, Freddie Peralta walking the 8-hitter and then an error, and those innings tend to snowball too. Today was a good step forward in the right direction.
Yeah, there were a lot of entertaining moments, and all those that you just mentioned too. If you're a baseball lover, if you can get through all of those things on the Brewers side, then that makes it entertaining as well. That means they're playing good baseball. But there were the early hits. I mean, just the fact that they got through the first inning and Freddie did his job, didn't allow Minnesota to score first, and Frelick coming through with the game's first run. He got another RBI knock in the third inning as well. You had the home run robbing catch by Cotroneo in the 8th inning. There were a lot of moments in this game that were entertaining, and I think all these fans, it's been a rough week. They needed to be entertained. The team needed to win. It was only their second win all week, and they had been shut out for the last 5 days. They just needed to feel good about more than one thing, and a lot of good things added up to a really good victory here today.
And one win doesn't mean everything is healed. I mean, quite frankly, the fact that the Brewers couldn't get another hit off of the Twins' bullpen is a little alarming, that they couldn't add on and stack on. They got the insurance run in the 8th inning with the old-fashioned way, with a walk, a wild pitch, get them over, get them in, which works. It's good to see it happen every now and then, but at the same time, you don't win 12 games because of one win. But to start winning again more frequently, it just starts in an innocent way, and maybe a simple, clean 5-2 game. Because when I look at this week, the Orioles have been the story of the American League of how underwhelming they have been to this point in the year. There's an opportunity as they come to town next. You're catching them at a good time. The Pirates can't hit. And yes, you'll see Paul Skeens in one of those games. They lost today 1-0. So the point is, this next week, to generate some of that momentum. We talk about a team winning 13 in a row on the other side. Today was step one of a 7-game stretch now on the way, 8-game stretch on the way, where, okay, let's see what you got, because you're going to be the better team in each of the next 7 games.
Yep, and you got to play like it. I mean, quite frankly, that's why this victory today and the way they got it was so big, because they just need to play up to their standards. And I think we've seen game in and game out where they're playing below their standards. And, now you've got some opportunities here. And you can't put W's on the board before you play the game. But there are opportunities coming up. But that's how baseball goes. One win can kickstart a lot of really good things here right now. We all thought maybe the win against Cleveland might do it too, but obviously it didn't with Minnesota coming to town. They didn't have the stars align when they started this homestand with as well as the Twins were playing. I really got to believe that Milwaukee hit their low point of how they've been playing, the lack of producing, the bad luck, the mistakes, all those things. I think they hit rock bottom this week, and they went up against the hottest team in baseball over the last 2 years during that winning streak. So let's just keep it rolling, man, and keep it simple and do your thing right,
I agree. We'll get to Freddie Peralta's start in just a moment. Want to get to the phone lines, 855-616-1620. Nick in Brookfield. Nick, you're live on Brewers Extra Innings.
Hey, Dom, I just wanted to comment on that Cotroneo catch. It kind of looked like a harder hit than it should have been, but regardless, still made an amazing catch. And, I just wanted to comment as well that I think the Brewers offense can get better from here because of how they did today, because of how bad the Orioles have been. And I heard their rotations like the bottom 5 in the majors.
It sure is. Yeah, this is a great call there, Nick. I appreciate that. But on the Cotroneo front, I want to spend plenty of time to break that down properly. But that is certainly the catch of the year. We can break that down in the next segment as well. Craig Sean is still with us. Take a break. Come back with more after this on 620 WTMJ.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
Transform the way you do business with Fifth Third Bank's Commercial Payments Solutions. Our market expertise and managed services streamline your entire payment process, seamlessly integrating with your existing systems to give you unparalleled control. Discover new revenue sources, save time, reduce operating costs, and boost your bottom line with our customized payment solutions. Fifth Third Bank, National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Born in the heart of the earth, natural diamonds rise up like the notes of a song from the throat of Mother Nature.
Rick, that was positively poetic.
Mother Nature sings diamonds.
Sarah, wow, you can sing.
Born in the heart of a plasma chamber, created diamonds fall softly like snowflakes from the heart of a star.
A star that shines like true love.
Natural diamonds are earthborn.
Created diamonds are starborn.
Kessler's has the largest selection of natural diamonds in the state of Wisconsin. All the different sizes, all the fancy shapes.
Give her a fancy diamond.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
Bigger, brighter natural diamonds.
And financing that makes anything possible.
Kessler's is the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America.
Which means we can do anything we want to do.
For you.
Mother Nature sings diamonds.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care, and they do it every day with compassion and with empathy. They've got locations throughout Southeast Wisconsin. I've been to the locations. I love how they treat the people who live there. They specialize in caring for those with early to late-stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms. They offer early memory loss classes. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. Kindness at the core. It's Azura Living. Check them out at AzuraLiving.com. It's Azura.
Welcome back to Brewers Extra Innings.
Brewers win 5-2 over the Twins. I'm Dominic Cotroneo. Text from Josh in Greenfield. Talk about a sigh of relief. It was a bit of adventure, but the team gutted it out impressively. Frelick, Collins, Chourio, all important contributions, but hats off to the pitching staff to bear down as well. When you look at Freddie's day, Craig Kishon, I look at a guy that I think had like his C-plus stuff today. I did not think he had his best in the slightest, but he made an adjustment that I thought was really key compared to especially what happened yesterday to Tobias Myers in the last couple of games in the series. He didn't throw many first-pitch fastballs. He still was getting swings and misses on the fastball, but he understood the sequencing that was going to work for him. The curveball I thought was pretty good today. The changeup was hit or miss, but using the fastball in a more of a complimentary fashion really helped him despite, not having the same command that he normally does with it. And because of that, when he was in and around the zone and, up top specifically is when he was getting swings and misses at it, but his misses were so big that some of them were uncompetitive. But even with his C-plus stuff, he can get through 5 and earn a win.
I was thinking about this coming into this game of how some of these efforts have been by some of these younger guys, some of the more inexperienced pitchers the Brewers have had to use throughout the last month or so, just battling through all of these injuries, and how much they just desperately need to have their veteran pitchers, their starting pitchers back in. And Freddie's going through this. He's made every start, and he's been so consistent. Just having him out there today, and like you said, Dom, if anybody's going to be able to make the adjustment after the game starts, it's going to be and should be a guy like Freddie Peralta. So we saw that. I mean, his fastball worked on his out pitches, on his early strikeouts, and he got through that fourth inning. I mean, some strange things happened in that fourth inning for him. He gave up the one-out home run, and then all of a sudden, the bases get loaded up, and then they come out and say, hey, are you injured? The trainer comes out with Chris Hook. He's like, no, I'm fine. I'm going to get this last out. Leave me alone. But he got through all that just fine. And maybe with somebody else, it's a little more panic button. I think we've seen that a little bit. So I just think today was just a great example of veteran pitcher needs to be out there. We need to get those veteran pitchers back in.
When you look at the performance against him, The Twins only swung at a first pitch from Freddie 4 times today, and 3 of them came in the 4th inning when they felt like they were finally getting some momentum against him. And that goes back to the point we were talking about, where even a team being as aggressive as the Twins were the first couple of games, to keep them off balance with more curveballs and more changeups, whatever it may be, even on a day that Freddie, I think, would tell you needs to get through 6, but luckily he had what I'm calling the four horsemen now ready to go. I know I'm stealing that from the Cleveland Guardians, but to have Uribe, to have Koenig, to have Mears, to have McGill all available meant there was less pressure on Freddie to get through 6. But again, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hit batters. Not particularly sharp, but you're right. That 4th inning, not letting it expand any bigger than what it needed to be. I loved seeing Freddie just shouting it out, like just mad at himself for that walk, because he knows he needs to be better in that regard. And then a stress-free 5th inning and a stress-free 3rd inning, a couple of key frames in the middle of the order to make sure you don't get further behind the 8 ball. I do want to talk about Jackson. 8th inning, leadoff man aboard against Nick Mears. Sometimes these relievers, when you don't pitch for 4 days, it gets fickle because they need to stay sharp. And he wasn't particularly sharp out of the gate. A 3-0 count, then ultimately a double to Clemens, and then a fastball up. It wasn't a terrible pitch. And Chourio had a long way to run to catch this ball, jumps at the last possible moment, makes his first home run robbery. Maybe in 2 weeks' time, we're going to look back and have that play circled even more, maybe even bigger, like, oh my gosh, imagine if he didn't make that catch, right? Because it happens, right under your nose. Little plays like that can generate confidence, or even a line drive the other way can generate confidence, and maybe this was the first step of this journey for Chourio to get back on track.
Think of how important situations that happened to him this week, going into last weekend, where he misplayed some balls out in center field. And I think a lot of people kind of jumped on him like, why is he even out there in center field? He's playing a new spot and trying to get comfortable. And I said this to Vinny during our post-game show, Dom, if those miscues don't happen to Jackson, does he catch that ball today? Does he still have that aggression? Does he still have that determination to succeed at the high level that he does if he hadn't experienced those miscues? I mean, he's just a guy that learns as he goes along from play to play, and he learns from his mistakes. And to make the catch that he did today, remember, this guy was not a wall guy last year in his rookie season at all. He was very timid to go out to the wall and make any kind of play. And I think he's come a long way in a short amount of time as far as that's concerned. And I also think, the ball finds you. The old saying, there were some key moments where he couldn't make those plays this week, and this was definitely a key moment. It would have tied the game. That was going to be a home run until he made the biggest play of the year.
It was huge. It was everything that he needed, and I really am excited to see what he can do in this next week. Just kind of like, hey, man, you're here. Stick around. It's going to be okay. You're not going to be going to AAA or anything like that. I mean, the standard has been raised so high for Chourio. I think no matter what, he could be hitting 330 right now, and I think Chourio's standard for himself would be expected higher, so he's pushing himself even further. So, Craig, I appreciate the time over the last week. It feels like we've been talking a lot over these post-game shows, and we'll talk to you again from the Pittsburgh series coming up this weekend, and it's nice to send you out of here with a win.
All right, you got it, Tom. Appreciate it, man. Talk soon.
All right. It's Craig Kashan here on WTMJ. We've got an interview with Sal Frelick from the Network Postgame Show. We've got to hear from Pat Murphy as well, and from you, 855-616-1620, 855-616-1620 on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
The 2015 Wisconsin men's hoops team gave us all a march to remember.
There will be no undefeated champion on Wisconsin with an unbelievable stretch drive to the championship game.
On June 26th, enjoy an intimate celebration with the stars of the run with Made 'em Believe. Presented by M3 Insurance. World-class expertise and individual attention. Tickets are on sale now at UWHoops2015.com. Made 'em Believe, June 26th at the Orpheum Theater in Madison.
Trust in your family's comfort at home with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. They're the oldest family-owned HVAC company in southeast Wisconsin. 4 generations of Ciders, and their highly trained technicians provide a one-stop shop for all home and business comfort needs, including an emergency service line that's always live and a 12-year parts and labor warranty on all Daikin products. Get peace of mind by scheduling maintenance today with Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. That's SEIDER, cider.com.
With the ability to market luxury homes on a higher scale than ever before, Century 21 Benefit Realty has taken a huge step forward to tap into a global network of buyers. Maximum exposure to spotlight your unique home with our fine homes and estates marketing so you can sell it for the highest price. And with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission, you win. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. First off, our 1.9% commission structure helps get their foot in the door, and that's why agents like working here. But what they really like is having the strongest marketing tools available, with the resources to help them sell homes at the highest prices to satisfy their clients. Century 21 Benefit Realty offers what agents like most, and that's to help them be successful. If you really want to believe in the business model that you're representing, give me a call. I'm Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Call me, and let's talk about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hi, I'm Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, reminding you to double-check your home. Siding Unlimited is the proven exteriors professionals for 31 years. Family-owned and locally operated right here in Wisconsin. Call Siding Unlimited and visit sidingunlimited.com.
This is Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Brewers win. All right. Good vibes. Good game. Good quality baseball game today. See if you can stack a few more this week. Brewers Extra Innings brought to you in part by Cider Heating, Plumbing, and Electrical. This Memorial Day, Cider is honoring veterans with 5% off, but year-round. It's not just a holiday sale. It's every day. It's their way of saying thank you. Book now at Cider, SEIDER.com. This text from Doug: I like Frelick in the 7th spot. Leave him there for a while and see what happens. Now go win a series and keep it going, even maybe for a winning streak. So Sal hits 7th today. He goes 2 for 3 at the plate, including a couple of runs batted in. He also showed off his arm on a great throw from right field on a play tagging up from second. Didn't get the guy, but I mean, he was almost at the warning track. It was a heck of a throw from Sal. He's been playing well, and quite frankly, a very, even-keeled start to the season for Sal. Yes, the home run in Cleveland was fun, but this is the kind of Sal Frelick that you hope to have. A couple of hits, a couple of runs batted in. Maybe you would have had a stolen base if he had the opportunity as well. And he caught up with the network postgame show. Here's Sal Frelick with Josh Maurer.
Now Sal Frelick is down by the clubhouse with a headset on. Hi, Sal. How are you?
Josh.
Always good to have you on with us. Sal, I know that all wins count the same, but did this one today, especially the way the first 2 games of the series went, did this one feel maybe a little bit more important for the guys?
Yeah, absolutely. You never want to get swept, and you're down 2 games. It's not back against the wall. It's not, it's such a long season, but we're at home, and we had such good turnouts the whole weekend with fans. We want to go out and really play our tails off, so it was really good to go out and put a full game together.
What was the approach against Zebby Matthews today? You had a couple of different RBI hits against him, but you finally got the offense in gear against a guy that was throwing 97, 98 miles an hour. How'd you guys do it?
Yeah, I mean, it was just, make sure you're on time for the 97, 98. He has a really good fastball, so even if you are on time, it's light field, get above your barrel. So we were kind of just trying to be aggressive early towards that fastball out over, and then, if you get down in counts, you got to, work your tail off. So I think everyone did a great job today with their approach.
Sal Frelick, our guest. 5-2, the Brewers get the win. He had an RBI single that started the scoring in the second, and an RBI single that capped off a 3-run rally in the third. I know that, hitting can be contagious when finally you kind of break the dam open. Is that true as you know it, Sal, that all of a sudden, like everybody else feels like, okay, we can do this now?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in that second inning there when I came up with less than 2, I just it was a lot more important, I think, than just scoring a run there for me to do the job. I think it was just kind of maybe a Band-Aid we could just rip off there, and so just really wanted to make sure I was able to drive that run in, and I was fortunate enough there that I was able to do that.
I know it takes 3 phases to win a baseball game, so we talked about hitting. Now let's talk about pitching and defense. First, pitching. Freddie Peralta, it's good to know, I'm sure, that when you are on a bit of a skid, you can hand the ball to a guy like Freddie to be a stopper. What'd you think of what he did today?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's just attacking hitters. He's done it the whole year. He's strike one on guys. He's really putting pressure. So it's great for us, especially when pitchers, especially starters, have quick innings. It allows for us when we get back in the dugout to just, be more aggressive at the plate because, we don't have to see a ton of pitches because our pitcher just had a 40-pitch inning and stuff like that. So just a ton of stuff that comes good from a pitcher like that, especially to help our offense. And we kind of knew Freddie was going to go roll it out there today.
And then finally defense. Sal, you had a view from right field looking at Jackson Churio in left center jump over the wall to take back what would have been a game-tying home run in that 8th inning. Can you take me through what you saw as you were looking at it?
Yeah, awesome. I mean, just so cool. And, Churio's been running around out there like a madman for the past 2 weeks. I just feel like he's been waiting for that one ball that in that big spot. And so as soon as I saw that thing go up and him running after it, I just had a feeling he was going to bring that back. And, what a catch. I had a great view for that.
Did you know immediately it was in his glove?
Yeah, I knew. And I think I also knew because the bullpen jumped up and I saw their reaction. So, it was awesome.
Sal, thanks so much for sticking around to chat with us. Always great to have you on the show.
Of course. Thanks, Josh.
All right, Sal Frelick. Good guy, Sal. We love having him on the program. Thanks to Josh for the interview as well. And a little bit later, we'll hear from Pat Murphy. Let's go a little beyond the box score in the next segment. We're going to the top of the hour right here on your home of the Brewers, 620 WTMJ.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
Who's looking for a better deal? Well, Cousin Sub's $10 meal deals just got better. Available online only. Order your 7.5-inch meal deal today and upgrade it with a large fountain beverage, large fry, regular shake, or regular Wisconsin cheese curds. Prices vary by item from $1 to $2 a piece. Make it better and make it your own way. Now that's a better deal. For further details or to order, go to cousinsubs.com or on the mobile app. Cousin Subs. We believe in better. Available online at participating locations only. Offer subject to change without notice.
Hey, it's WTMJ's Steve Scavidi with a special announcement. My dream of visiting my 50th state, Hawaii, is going to come true in November of 2026. And I'm inviting all you WTMJ fans to join me. Fox World Travel has created an incredible 3-island itinerary, which includes Oahu, the big islands of Hawaii and Maui. We'll visit Pearl Harbor, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, and a Kona coffee plantation. And you know how much I love coffee. We'll enjoy a luau on the big island, visit the Maui Aquatic Center. It's an active itinerary, but includes plenty of free time, too. My wife, Kathy, and I would love to have you join us on this WTMJ listener trip. By the way, P.S., I'm planning a unique way to commemorate this accomplishment. More details on that soon. To get more information or make a reservation, join me and my wife, Kathy. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO-FOX-GO. Don't miss out on the early booking discount. Best of Hawaii. Join us with Steve Scavidi, Kathy Scavidi, Rose Gray. Call today.
Only in America, Dr. Ken, can you go from order in the court to officer I can explain faster than you can say you are now free to leave.
This is The Truth Unfiltered with Denise Thomas and Dr. Ken Harris.
When you are issued a summons or a subpoena or a warrant from a sitting commissioner, court official, or judge, you have to honor it. It doesn't matter if it's federal, it doesn't matter if it's state.
Sundays starting at 7 on 620 WTMJ and Mondays at 6 on 1017 The Truth. This is Brewers Extra Innings.
Looking at a few numbers for the Brewers as they win today 5-2. I'm Dom Cotroneo. Take a moment to go beyond the box score here and kind of get you ready for what needs to kick into gear for the Crew as they get ready for a week of opportunity where they're able to have, a couple of teams that aren't playing the game that they wish that they were at this point in the year, not able to, get the offense going in the right direction. The thing to know about the Orioles right now is the pitching. You heard Nick refer to it of how slow it has been to start the year. They fired their manager, Brandon Hyde, in the middle of the year too. When you just group it based on their starting pitching, today Zach Eflin got lit up by the Nationals as they got swept in the Battle of the Beltway. The Orioles are dead last in baseball in wins above replacement from their starting group. Furthermore, their team ERA is only better than two teams from their starting group. It's 5.83. The Marlins and the Rockies are the only two teams that have a worse ERA from their starters. But part of the reason for all of that is because of giving up bombas. They have given up a ton of home runs this season, the second most of a starting group in baseball, regardless. When you look at it from an overall entire pitching staff, they have allowed the second most, 67 home runs coming into play today. And that's with Baltimore, right? I know they moved in the wall a little bit in left field. It's still pretty deep out there in that direction. So maybe you get your offense going right against these Baltimore Orioles and can feel like you're clicking on all cylinders. And then you go to the giant yard that is Pittsburgh and try to see if you can beat up on Paul Skeens, who, by the way, went 7 no-hit innings the last time you saw Paul Skeens here at American Family Field. They'll probably see him on Friday or Saturday, but the rest of the Pirates' offense is not exactly inspiring at this point, which is why this upcoming week is so important for the Brewers to feel like they're in it. And we talked about May being a gauntlet. This is the only reprieve of the gauntlet this month because you come right back home from the Red Sox, and they haven't been playing up to snuff if you ask me, but the Red Sox can still hit it. Then you get the Phillies. They are still a very talented team. Then you get the Reds, who've been playing good and bad. You'll probably see Hunter Green in that stretch. Then Padres, Braves, Cardinals. So it gets real fast here for the Crew. This is your last little chance to generate some of your own momentum so that when those teams come to town, when you're facing the Red Sox or when you're facing the Phillies, they're like, oh, man, these Brewers are hot right now, kind of like how the Brewers have been feeling about these Twins this week. Hope all of that makes sense. Up next, we'll hear from the manager, Pat Murphy, as the Brewers get the victory today 5-2 on 620 WTMJ.
Coming up, more Brewers Extra Innings on WTMJ.
Highlight your long weekend when the Brewers kick off a 3-game series against the Red Sox on Memorial Day, featuring the best way to start summer, Dollar Hot Dog Day. Keep the summer vibes going into the week as kids and seniors can get 50% off select tickets at the game on Wednesday, May 28th. What's better than a long weekend? Brewers baseball and dollar hot dogs. Find your seats today at brewers.com.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for CertaPro Painters for your home or your business. They came out, did the exterior of our house. The team walked around the entire house with me, pointed out a couple spots that I needed some extra work done. I didn't even realize it. The team's at CertaPro. They've got your back. Call and ask about their spring sales event going on now through May 15th. It's CertaPro Painters, the best in the business. Schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. It's CertaPro Painters. Took care of me, they'll take care of you. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated.
When having new Pella windows and doors installed at your home, you get the full Pella experience. That means we're with you from start to finish. Our team doesn't disappear after the work is done. Just like with Vinny, your Pella experience starts with a free in-home consultation.
It was a really comfortable kitchen table chat. We knew Pella was going to get it right the first time, and they designed a project with us. They didn't just replace our windows and doors.
With customizations driving limitless possibilities, our Pella experts truly listen to your vision, just as we did with Nicole.
I felt like they really listened to us. There are so many options that are available, so it was nice to have someone narrow those down, offer some suggestions, and they made sure that the design was what we wanted.
Don't wait any longer, because right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% financing for up to 6 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 5/31/2025. Welcome back to Brewers Extra Innings.
Brewers win another game when they score at least 4 runs. That has been the magic number all year. 4 runs. That's all they need. It's like a 700 winning percentage right now for the Crew. Brewers Extra Innings is brought to you in part by Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka, and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka, a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers, and paired perfectly with the day at the ballpark. It's stocked at American Family Field all season long. The play of the game is so easily the Jackson Chourio home run robbery, and Pat Murphy opened up his press conference talking about that and Chourio's day overall.
Murphy, big play for Chourio there in the 8th, the Robin home run. He's had some defensive struggles past a couple of weeks, but what did that play did for him and his confidence?
Well, I'm sure it did a lot for him, but it certainly did a lot for us. The way we've performed lately and the way that things have been going,
with all the adversity, and to have him make that play just after striking out and not having the best day offensively, although he did hit 106 right at the guy. And then the day before he did the same thing at 107. But for him to come up with that is pretty darn special. And it shows you what we got there. I mean, he's 21 years old and going through the ups and downs of being in the big leagues and the pressure and everything that's been put upon him. And for him to do that just goes to show you that that's huge, you know.
It's so easy for guys, especially young guys, to take the hitting stuff out there, maybe at a different position. What's been your assessment of that over the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, the position changes. Ortiz making a position change and playing one of the most important places on the diamond. It's huge in the major leagues, you know, so that's huge, and it's affected him. Chourio moving to center field after Perkins and Mitchell are down. And Perkins and Mitchell are two of the best, and we've gotten used to that. It's a huge move, a lot of responsibility, and you can't just make it up in the middle of the season by taking fly balls, you know, during BP. So you don't get those balls in BP, you know. So there isn't the game on the line and the positioning and all that. So I think the position change has affected him for sure, but I think the play today shows you what we have on our hands, and he's special. Special.
With the way that things have gone for this team for much of the year so far, some of the ups and downs, is that play by Jackson? Is that a play that other guys can feed off of too?
I think so. I mean, I think everybody can. Doing it the way McGill pitched the last couple times in these type of games. You know, we had the same game in Cleveland where, you know, we're ahead and then we sputter and any ball we hit seems like right at somebody, and then sure enough, we're just not clicking, and we're kind of looking behind us, hoping they don't come back. And then that type of play lets everybody know, like, hey guys, I'm still competing here, man. I'm playing free. You know, it's a hard thing to do. It's a hard situation for this team to be in this spot right now. There's so much swirling around. And like I said yesterday, that divided attention is very, 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 that looking back behind you when you're ahead 4-1 and having quicker at bats and that kind of thing, that's divided attention. That's worried about, you know, what might happen instead of being in that now right there. And Jackson proved it right there that, you know, he's still going to compete even after the AB he just had, you know.
What did you think about your offense today? I mean, you got the 4 runs early, then I don't think anybody hits after the third. Just how do you feel about the approach?
Yeah, well, you think about it, you know, William taking the walk, whatever inning that was. You know, he hadn't had a hit today. You know, they're pitching around him a little bit. Yelly moving him over. Not that he was trying to just move him over, but Yelly moving him over and Hoskins getting a pitch to hit in the outfield. That's a great sign. You know, that was a good representation for the younger player, for the first-year player in Collins, or, you know, Collins has never played full-time in the big leagues. He had, 12 at-bats coming into the year. So he's a rookie. And Durbin and Ortiz in his second year, those guys get to watch that and say, wow, that's how you do it. And just the way the dugout was when that happened, you know, that's a great example. So the offense today, I mean, we took some walks. That's what good teams do. You take some walks. You don't let them get you out on borderline pitches or balls, you know. So we took some walks and took advantage of a team that you got to give them credit, guys. I mean, they've been unbelievable. And you can see it in their at-bats. You can see it in their energy. That kid that pitched today, I bet you ask our guys, as good as the first 2 nights were with Ryan and Lopez, I bet you ask that guy in the first inning, that stuff was as good as anybody they've seen this weekend. The stuff, no doubt. So, yeah, I'm proud of our guys, the way they battled, you know, and it isn't easy in those situations. So,
Freddie seemed to also be having his good stuff today outside of the one pitch in the home run. But what can you say about what he gave you today?
Yeah, I mean, that's another storyline right there. You know, Freddie steps up and does what he had, getting out of the first inning the way he did, and then continuing to go, and even after he gave up the homer, get out of that big bases loaded situation, making pitches on a guy that can hit. You know, I mean, it's just like
I told Freddie, that is what makes you special. It's not your stuff has to be perfect that day. His stuff wasn't great today. It was good, but he made big pitches, and he made big pitches when he had to, and he competed. I don't think he's 100%. I don't think he's feeling 100% regardless. But he did what he had to do for the club today.
He did his job. Freddie Peralta gave the Brewers a chance to win, and they won. It's a good time for the Crew. We'll take a breather and have our last brief segment as we say goodnight after this on 620 WTMJ.
On deck, more Brewers Extra Innings.
Are you tired of being tired? Go to adventknows.com.
Is your business ready to take the next step? At Fifth Third Commercial Bank Wisconsin, our team of local experienced advisors is here to propel you forward. We understand your needs and offer in-depth expertise, cutting-edge technology, and tailored solutions to streamline your cash collections, automate payments, and safeguard your assets with top-notch fraud mitigation tools. Contact Fifth Third in downtown Milwaukee today. Let's eliminate the non-value ad work so you can focus on what truly matters. Growing your business. Fifth Third Bank National Association. Custom solutions built around your goals. Member FDIC.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
That bathroom of yours, its look is more than worn on its welcome. And a remodeling job? Right now, that's just a little too steep for your checkbook. Well, Lester's Glass Service can give your bathroom a fresh new look, an affordable upgrade that can really produce some pretty desirable results. You could replace that drab shower curtain and install a gorgeous new glass shower door. Why don't you come by our showroom in Hales Corners? And when you get here, we can share with you the myriad of options you have available. Decorative glass, stained glass, beveled mirrors, improvements you may not have realized you could do. This is Stacy Sinks with Les's Glass Service, and glass and mirrors have been our business for over 35 years. You know, my dad Les says, when you're good, you last. So if it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
This is Brewers Extra Innings.
Okay, to look ahead, back to the midweek start times. Orioles, 6:40 on Monday and Tuesday. Coverage will begin at 6:05. We have post-game shows each of the next 2 nights. And then Wednesday, 12:10, bright and early, first pitch. We're on the air at 11:35. No off day Thursday. It's off to Pittsburgh. 4 games set with the Pirates. Then you come right back home. 5:40 first pitch on Thursday and Friday. 3:05 first pitch Saturday and 12:35 first pitch Sunday. All of those times Central Time. So we'll only have a Brewers warm-up on Saturday against the Pirates. The Brewers, they have some decisions to make with their rotation this week. Now, we know tomorrow the Brewers will be handing the baseball to Quinn Priester and trying to see another start out of Logan Henderson and also another start out of Chad Patrick. But then, with no off day, who takes the spot of Tobias Myers? Could it be a call-up? Could it be a bullpen day? All of these decisions loom for the Crew. And, of course, all eyes are going to be on Jacob Misiorowski if he's the one tapped on the shoulder. Reminder, Jacob is not on the 40-man roster. The 40-man is currently full, which would thus need a corresponding move. Carlos Rodriguez has also quietly been off to a very good start in AAA Nashville. You cannot ignore the fact that he is already on the roster. He's already been optioned this year. Rodriguez, by the way, 9 games, 8 of them starts, 45 innings, a 1.99 ERA. He has been walking fewer and not allowing homers, which is going to be key for C-Rod in the rest of his career. We'll keep an eye on that for that Pirates series when the time comes. Also this week, we will have post-game shows on Monday and Tuesday. Not a true post-game show Wednesday, but rather we'll have Brewers Weekly on Wednesday night as opposed to Thursday night. So we got Brewers coverage every single day of the week, and you can find it all in your podcast feeds, Brewers All Access, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you're listening here now, appreciate you as always. Don't forget to leave a rating, a review. It really helps more than you realize. Okay, through May, you've lost 3 straight series. It's good. It's not great to get a win today. But now the opportunity's in front of you. A scuffling Orioles team, a really struggling offensive Pirates team, and then the Red Sox come to town. So let's see what you got over these next 7 games to try to get some momentum here at the end of the month. Our producer has been Evan Wittallison. I'm Dom Cotroneo. Good night from AmFam Field, and until next time, keep on swinging.
Trust in your family's comfort at home with Cider Heating, Plumbing,